no. Wow, that is interesting. I don't know what they are. That is really beautiful. It's damaged. It's pulled plaster away. Let's play a game of smash or cast and I'll pick a couple out. So smash or cast is where I either pick to cast it again or smash the clay piece and find a new home for the mold. So let's pick a couple. I think you might pick this one. It's time to open them. It's on really tight. Oh my gosh, it's the shell. It's really beautifully detailed. I really like that so far. Now, this one actually says it's a part A for something. So I'm just kind of wondering, maybe it's like a clam shell and there's another part that goes on the top. I don't know, maybe there's another attachment. She's still a bit stuck on there. All right, I had to actually force this one off because it's either the design of the mold or something's grabbing it. So I'm gonna pull it off now. Sometimes the first cast doesn't work because there's a lot of dust and debris in there and it just needs a bit of time to get used to being used again. I don't know, maybe it just needs a bit more moisture in the actual mold itself to pull away. I don't know the science behind it, but sometimes you pull them and they don't turn out and then you do another one and it turns out perfect. So I think that this will be one where I pour it again and it'll turn out perfect. So don't judge this. I'm not being impatient. It is actually stuck on something, so I'm gonna see what it's stuck on. Oh yeah, damaged and it was stuck on this part here. It's pulled plaster. It's actually pulled plaster away, which is why it wasn't coming off. I'm not sure why. I haven't actually seen that happen before. It looks like it was already damaged before I poured it. I'm not sure whether we can use this again. I think it might be that case that it just needs a bit of moisture in it to be able to have something to repel, but it's really cool and I'm kind of hoping I can make it work because I just love that idea of a shell that's a soap dish. That is really groovy and really fun, and I like the idea of different glazes, some pastel glazes. I think it could be really beautiful, and I'm wondering whether it says it's a part A because there might be another part that goes on the top or with it. I might have to look this one up to see if there's another part. It might be out there, but regardless, I love this on its own just for a soap dish. That is really cool. I think it could be cute wall hanging too, and you could add like a scenery in there. I have so many different ideas, but I think the most part is to just appreciate the shape and this organic flow and curvature to it and just play around with some glazes in that. And I definitely want to check whether it was just this cast that was the damaged one or whether it keeps doing that. It'll be a bummer if it keeps doing that because I would love to make something like this work. I am going to say that this is a cast again because I love it. I just love it. I think it's cool. I think we could do a lot with that. Because this one failed, I'm also going to smash it, but I am going to recast it. Alright, let's open this one. Oh no. It's another doll thing. I don't know what animal it is yet. It looks really lanky. It looks like a fox maybe with the pointed ears. It's actually really cute. It's a little mouse. So sweet. Look at you smiling. Oh, the world is so peaceful with you in it, isn't it? Oh, look at you. Oh no. Don't look at me like that. I was gonna smash you. And now look at you looking at me like that. How am I meant to do that to you? Oh, you're just the happiest little thing, aren't you? Oh my gosh. How am I meant to make a choice when that is the face I'm looking at? Oh, so it looks similar to the horse doll mold we found earlier. You guys told me that you like gather the fabric in there and you attach it that way. I was thinking that you would put like holes in it so you could like thread through the holes, but I'm not a doll maker and you guys said that that's how you do it. So again, I'm not a doll maker and I don't really plan to be. It's not a project I want to work on, but I think that this doll mold and the other doll mold, maybe I'll pop them together, but they need to find a doll maker's home to turn them into the cutest, sweetest little characters. I must admit that when you guys sent me the pictures of the horse doll mold all done up, it was very creepy, but maybe it was because all the pictures were taken in a dark room and they're looking very humanoid, and that's fine. I feel like you could make these very whimsical and very cute. I think that you just have to do it in a certain way. Like it just has to be done well. And then once it's done well, I think that these are adorable. I like it, and I would definitely cast it again if I was a doll maker. But for me today, because I don't do that, it is a smash. It's a smash, little guy. And I promise it's nothing personal. I can't look at it when I do it because it's so happy. It's gonna be so sad when I smush it. It's a smash. This mold was made in 1988. I'm very curious what this could be. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, that is really beautiful. Oh, and that's flowers with a bow. I don't actually know what these are. They almost look like lids to something. No, they're puffy. They're puffed up. I don't know what they are. This one kind of looks like a pie. I don't think it's meant to be pie. I think it's meant to be a basket, but it looks like a pie to me, maybe because I'm hungry. And then this one's got a beautiful, like almost folk art inspired design with the flowers and the beautiful butterfly on it. And then we've got one that's got some beautiful flowers on it with a bow. See what I mean? How it's like an egg? What is that? I need to look this up because I can't make a decision until I know what it's for, because just because I haven't seen it before doesn't mean I should judge it. And I think I need to do some research. Pomanders. What's a pomander? I just looked up what a pomander is. You guys are gonna be like, I know what a pomander is. That's fine. I did not know what they are. So it's meant to be a ball or perforated container of aromatic substances placed in a cupboard or room to perfume the air, or carried as a supposed protection against infection. Wow, that is interesting. I need to look up a ceramic pomander now. A ceramic, oh my gosh, I just clicked on something by accident and it's got one of those like oranges with the cloves. When you're a kid living in Ballarat, part of your like ritual of graduating primary school, maybe it was just our school, is you went to Sovereign Hill, which is our like, I don't know, a town, a gold rush town, and everyone dresses up in old Victorian era fashion, and it's set up like an old town, like you step back in time. And one of the activities we had to do is we had to dress up as the kids at the school there. I'm gonna have to see if I've got any photos of myself dressed up as a kid. I don't think I do, but part of it is that you do these orange balls and you put cloves in them, and then you take it and you give it to your nan or your mum or whoever in your family that would like it. But I used to love making these cloved oranges as a hobby, and these are pomanders. Those are pomanders. I did not know that. So a ceramic pomander. There's lots on Etsy. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh my gosh, there's some basic ones here where they're just a shape and then they've put holes in them and they've decorated them with a beautiful pattern. I mean, these already have the beautiful pattern on them. I don't understand how, I guess, how to make this. I'm not sure whether I then seal that hole up at the bottom. I think I poured these a bit too thin. I think I'll need to re-pour them. I'm wondering whether I need to seal the bottom up. Maybe there's a cork. What do you put in a ceramic pomander? Whole fruits such as apples, quince, and citrus, whole cloves, spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, or ginger. That is really cool. I think what I might have to do is do some research on these and get a bit of a history behind them and how they used to stop infection in the Victorian era, and also just look into what people put in them and their significance in history, and then see how to make them from there. I might be able to find another shape that's similar to this that I could also decorate and have a bit of fun playing with the pomander idea. But yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how the scents work and how they go in a cupboard and stuff like that. I really like these two designs in particular. This one I'm not so much of a fan of, but that's just my taste. I don't really like that wicker basket look, but really cool. A really interesting piece of history here that I didn't know about, and maybe a lot of you did, and maybe some of you are learning about this, is that yeah, these go in your cupboard to keep it smelling nice or stop infection. How cool is pottery? Oh yeah, the game. That is a cast again, for sure. I'm excited to play with that. I really want to learn more about pomanders now. Interesting. Let's smash the one I don't like just to see what it does. Okay, we've got our big round one. It's cool. I like the shape of this one. I think I may have poured it a bit thin, but I was excited excited. I got a bit excited. I just wanted to see what was inside. So I rushed the process, but I'm sure we'll still be able to see a good image of what this is. It's very thin. I'm gonna have to be very careful what I do here. I might just pull it away from the edge a little bit. I should face it towards me so I can see if it's pulling, but I want you guys to see it come apart. Ah, there we go. What is that shape? It's a plant pot, but it's got detail on it and I can't make out what the detail is. It's been really well loved because it's kind of like gone. Oh my gosh, it's a little butterfly. It's very sharp wings, got me like, put me off there, but it's a butterfly and it's really cool and it's got some little flowers. I'm not sure how I feel about all these lines, whether they were designing a certain texture. Same with the top part, it's got like these bubbles and then a mottled texture on the top. I don't know if I like that, but it's still pretty cool. I'll try and like pull, I'm wondering, I think the other side will be similar. I've got to try and pull it apart without ripping it. Oh, she's so thin. Oh, cute. The other side's better. The other side's a lot cuter. It's got like some flowers and then some butterflies dancing around the flowers. It's really cute. I think the background's meant to be a wood grain texture. It is like warping as I'm holding it because of how thin it is and how wet it is. I think it's cool. Oh, that looks like a studded belt. The lip actually looks like a studded belt. Like, I don't know why they've done that detail. You silly Billy, it's not a studded belt. It's one of those metal clasps like around a wine bottle, around a wine. Oh my gosh, words. It's like one of those metal things, like a metal studded riveted thing that you put around like a barrel, a wood barrel. It makes sense now because I thought it was a belt, but this is like wood grain. So it's like, I think it's trying to play into like a wine barrel. Oh, this one's hard because I appreciate and love the butterflies and I love this vintage aesthetic and I really want a plant pot. I don't know, I don't really like the top bit. And the top bit has kind of ruined it for me. And also the texture in the background, if there was no texture in the background, it would be fine. And before you say, just sponge it off. It's behind all the butterflies. So it's like really hard to sponge that off because it's just kind of like running through the whole design. It's weird because it doesn't continue in this part where it joins the mold, it sort of stops. I think I'm gonna regret this, but I feel like I'm gonna find a plant pot that is plain and simple where I can attach my own things to. I think this one's a smash. It just misses the mark ever so slightly. That was so anticlimactic.